Hello. Today is July 10th, 2026. And I got this letter like a couple weeks ago now. It was actually the day before we went to the FIFA World Cup game, which I think was the 1st of July or June 30th. It was, or not a World Cup game. We were going somewhere. And my sister was like, your letter came in. Context, I have a teacher that one of the last things she does with her seniors on the last day of high school is that she has us write a letter to ourselves and she sends it out. She says that she's never missed someone and that she will find an address to send it to. And I lived in this house forever, so I knew it was eventually going to come. And I did remember that I put June 2026. I remember being like, I don't want to do 4 years, because that's right after I finished college. I'm like, I'm not going to do that because, that's just not enough time. So I'm going to do 5 to see where I am a year after that. And I've had this letter, sitting around for a couple weeks now. It's the 10th of July I got it then. So, a week and a half. And I usually would have torn into it, but I am terrified to open this letter because I know I didn't accomplish 2 things that I thought I would be doing. And that's kind of sad and a little scary, and I'm getting a little teary-eyed thinking about it. But it's, I don't know. We'll see. That's the only thing I can think about. It's 2 things, and one of them being I think I talked about being in a relationship or being with someone, and where I was the last day of high school, I am in the same position now. I have never been with anyone, and I guess that's kind of hard. And then the other one being if I continue doing YouTube, which is something that I've always wanted to do and I've tried to continue doing, but I don't know, it's hard. As well, whatever, I can make excuses as much as I want. But anyways, we're going to open this letter. I'm actually going to get scissors because I want to cut it. Okay, where the scissors go? Oh. Actually, funny enough, these scissors I did steal from my high school. That's why they have office on it. They were in my office. I asked to borrow them one day, and then I never gave them back. Should I open it? I'm going to open it this way. I'm not cutting any paper. Okay. I'm scared. Also, one context. Oh my God. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. One thing that I remember, so the last day of high school, context was that I was a sap that day, the biggest sap ever. I was crying all day. From the moment I got into school to the end of the day, I was sobbing my eyes out. Funny enough, I did record a video on it and I never posted it. And so it was literally the last day, that's our last assignment in the class. We didn't get points for it or anything, but that was our activity of the day. And I was so freaking freaked out. I was I know I can't write right now. I'm going to write this and then I'm going to give it to my teacher, later on. And that's exactly what I did. I think I kind of held it off for a long time. So I think I wrote it that summer. So not necessarily the last day of school, but that summer I wrote it. And then I gave it to her one of the first weeks, then back to school. Anyways, that's all to say. Let's just get into this freaking letter. I'm so scared. Oh my God. I didn't even know I did all that. Oh my God. And it's in a purple pen. I always love purple pens. I didn't even know I did that. Wow. Oh my God. I did not realize that. Oh my God. Okay. I'm excited now. Okay. I'm scared. Okay. We just have to start. Dear Camila, this was written 9/5/21. So this is a couple weeks before I moved to college as well. You would think the last assignment I had for school would be on time, but what are the odds? Well, future Camila, what do I want to tell you? As of now, I don't know, we are 16 days from moving to Seattle, Washington. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. I didn't think I was going to cry this much. Wow. Okay. I need to be like serious. Holy shit. Wait. Okay. I'm. Oh my god. We're gonna keep this together. Um, our 16 days from moving to Seattle, Washington, and starting our first year of college. How exciting! Question mark in parentheses, exclamation point. As we should know by now, I have not started packing or buying anything, so are we surprised? Today was my last day of working, and I will be going to Disneyland soon. I'm going to save my questions till the end, but here is a refresher of what's going on with right now me. As a friend, Addie has now been in Hawaii for almost a month. I sure do miss her. Emma has been off at college for a while. I miss our group hangouts. Carla leaves soon, so I think we'll hang out before then. I feel like all this stuff is so mundane, but really, there's nothing much to talk about besides ask questions. I wanted to split up the letter into 3 sections. First page just being a catch up, second page full of questions and predictions, and third, a final note to all. As of now, the thought of the future stresses me out, or my future stresses me out. I don't know what I want to do or what it will be. Hopefully, by the time you're reading this, you're laughing at 18-year-old me. Anyways, flip to the next page to answer all of my juicy questions. I don't know. First of all, I didn't even know that I did this. I completely forgot this is what I did. So, I don't know what questions it's going to be. I'm a little scared, but we're going to the questions page. So, questions. September 17th, 2021. Sunday. I guess I wrote like the wrong days. Is COVID still a thing? If not, how did it end? I guess I'll answer them while I'm here. COVID's still a thing in a way that you could still get COVID, but it ended, like around, because at that point, everyone was still masking, and even when I went to college, everyone was still masking until like the end of my spring quarter, not until the spring of 2022. So, and that's when like most people started like not masking as much, but yeah, it kind of just like died down. So, anyways. How are your OG besties, Carla, Addie, Emma? Are you still friends with them? Yep, still friends with them. I think our relationships have definitely changed and grown over the last 5 years, but it's definitely, that's just what happened in life. I just went and visited Carla, we went on a trip together to go see Ariana Grande. I just visited Emma. She just moved to California. And then Addie, I saw her in January. She came and visited us. So it was like very good, like, still friends, which is good. Who is new in your life? Who have they replaced? I'm so sorry. New in my life, great, terrific people that I wish I could list every single one of them, and I like, oh my god, I didn't know I was gonna cry this much. Just to name, like, people that just have, they are new. In this moment in time, I didn't know them, and what a gift to know them 5 years later. But my best friends, I have Danny, Teresa, Abby, Maggie, Phoebe. They were such a pivotal part of my college experience, and I was just talking to Danny and Teresa right now, asking what they have plans for the weekend. Hopefully I get to see them soon. They're in Seattle. Oh my god. I guess they haven't really replaced anyone in any sense of the word, but they are definitely in my life and mean so much to me. And that doesn't include all of the really good friendships I made while I was in college, and I keep up with them through Instagram, and I love to see what's happening in their life. But those people were those are some new people, which is super fun. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Number 4 is, who was your first kiss? No one. Hey, who got that though? Hey, who? Yeah, 18-year-old Camila. I know that's right. Um, yeah, it's just it didn't. It hasn't happened. It hasn't happened. Or being dead ass. Here's the thing. I will to settle 18-year-old Camila's nerves. It could have happened a lot of times, but I've been very strict on who it would be with and how it would be. And a lot of the times I just didn't feel like the situation was right. So it didn't go with anyone, but hey, 23, you never know. How did college go? Are you a UW alumni? I am. Go dogs. Look at that with my yellow nails. Um, yeah, we went to UW. That's the college we chose. And college was great. You got to, I don't know if any of the other questions have asked this yet, but we picked a major halfway through and we actually really love the major and we're not necessarily working in the field right now, but it's similar to it. And so that's been very exciting. I'll keep it simple with that. What was your major is the next question. My major was JPIC, so journalism, public interest communication. Um, we first went to communication route, decided that we wanted a little more. Our advisor, Troy, who was awesome, he was like, you should do JPEG. And I was like, I should. And you know what? They didn't let me in the first time, which they shouldn't have. They really shouldn't have. So, like, it kind of made me be like, okay, if you really want it, you got to work for it. And I had to. And it was the best decision ever. That's where I made a lot of my good friends and learned so many skills through that program. So, it's awesome. And I'm so happy I picked it. Did you pursue YouTube? Yes and no. Obviously, we hit 50 subscribers. We have gone down from that. But I have posted like here and there on YouTube during the last 5 years. One of our videos reached 1,000 views, which was crazy to think about. And it was like a longer video, so like kind of crazy. But yeah, still recording casually and doing content, but not anything like that's my career, obviously. When did you actually start driving, smoking? Or, whoa, that's not what I said. When did you actually start drinking, smoking? Legal age? That's actually a really good question. Why am I like low key kind of good at my job? But anyways, I started drinking or like legal age. I drank once before I turned 21 with my friend Erica, who's new in my life and means a lot to me. My Mecha co-president forever. Um, yeah, that I got like a little tipsy one night with her for the first time and that was fun. Um and then it didn't really pique my interest. That was in May or I think March when that happened and I never really like touched alcohol after that. And then obviously I turned 21 that June and or that following June and yeah, it took me a while to get into drinking. I didn't start drinking until the last season or like my last football season. So um 25 or no 24 to 25 that football season um year 2024 basically that's when I kind of started more heavily drinking and yeah so definitely did smoking I haven't done yet expect or like weed in the sense I haven't done that it just hasn't really like got my attention or anything I have hit a vape here and there or and that's actually the most like smoking. I haven't like done actual cigarette. I think I've puffed maybe twice, one time, but that's about it. Next question: have you learned to love yourself? I I have. I have. Hard to say like yes or no, and I'm surprised I asked that question. I think in high school I had a lot of insecurities that I felt like I could never work through. And kind of towards like the end of my college career, I was like, wow, like things have changed. I have changed. And that was really hard for me to recognize until other people were like, no, like you have, which is really like awesome to turn out. And yeah, I think I'm a really cool, pretty person. And I say pretty because that was a very hard feeling to feel when I was in high school was being pretty. And I think I am pretty. So I think I have learned to love myself. 10. Has anyone broken your heart yet? I want to go with no. I haven't been in a relationship. In high school, I've never been in a relationship, period, point blank, you know? Um, yeah, so I'm gonna say no. I think in the sense of a heartbreak, no. I definitely have been sad from people, if that was people I was interested romantically, or friends that have maybe a scruffle in a way. But besides that, no, I haven't really necessarily felt a heartbreak yet. How is the family? Any new nieces or nephews? Yes, family is great. Very blessed. Oh my God, I keep crying. Very blessed that I still have everyone in my life, and not only do I have everyone, I have new people in my life. My brother got married, and has a wife now, and they have a beautiful niece. My niece, Ines. Oh my God, I can't stop crying. Elena was already born at that time, so but she's bigger now. Andres is bigger now. And then also, oh my God, my sister had another baby recently, just this year. Aliana, still only call her baby, but she is my niece, and yeah, four or three nieces, still only one nephew, but I'm so blessed that I have the privilege of a growing family. Where are you living? Um, Living back at home right now, which I think that's what more she's asking past me. But I did live in Seattle for 4 years, and I would love to go back. I miss Seattle every single time I go back up. I'm like, this just always, it has a piece of my heart and is a piece of home for me. But yeah, what's your job? We got a little commotion here. Working at Los Pepes. Hey, this is Los Pepes closing. I'm in right now, but working at Los Pepes have fluctuated hours since I've been back, but that's like been our main job. But this last December, early January, we got hired for a part-time position at a radio station in Portland. And just this week, they are having me on a more like regular schedule, to help them with more promotional work. And we're hoping that turns into a full-time job eventually. But yeah, that's our job, which is kind of cool. 14. Are you proud of yourself? I would say, yeah, I am proud of myself. I graduated college. I am working a job that I know can get me skills to get me to somewhere I would like to be. I'm making money. I'm saving it. I'm having fun. I've been on like 3 trips this year. Like, even if they're just small trips, they're still trips that I've got to support myself. I gotta go to Coachella, which is like one of the, I know if I told her that, she would be like, what? And if I told her that Justin Bieber was one of the headliners, she'd be like, what? Like, what? Like, she would just be absolutely like floored on that. I went to Disneyland with my best friend. I went to Universal. I went, explored California. Like, I've done things that I have been able to do because of me, which is very cool. And last one, 15. Did you kiss a girl yet? Sexuality, question mark. Like I said, no to like first kiss in general, so that's gonna say no to a girl. But that doesn't mean that actually as I said, there has been moments where I could have had my first kiss. One of them could have been with a girl. So, yeah, we definitely have accepted that we are bisexual. We've been to Seattle Pride. That was a couple weeks ago. I went the last 2 years. And yeah, like we are, I will say we're confident in that, like, bisexuality is something in our truth. We don't necessarily flaunt it in the way of telling our parentals. Not necessarily because well, it is because a little bit of, no, it's just more of like a conversation I don't want to have until I really need to. We're just gonna keep moving on. But yeah, that was actually the last questions. And then I wrote myself a little paragraph. My nose is running, and that's embarrassing. I'm so sorry. Apologies. But I wrote myself a little paragraph. I realized after writing these questions, me making predictions for them not to be true would only hurt me. Literally me having a freak out. So yeah. So these questions are only to be answered in the future. Which thank God, because like Camila would have, yeah, like Camila knows herself, she would have fucking freaked out. Okay, we have a wrapping up. The way it took me multiple days to write all of this, like, because first one was from 9/5/21 or September 5th. This one was September 17th, and then this one is from September, or yeah, these are both written different days. Wrapping up. After reading and answering these questions, I hope you have found some peace or just entertainment. I want to leave this note as a message directly from 18-year-old Camila. Actually, I mean to 23-year-old from... What? What is she trying to say? I want to leave this note as a message directly from 18-year-old Camila. Actually, I mean 23-year-old Camila from 18 me. Sure, whatever you mean. Where you are right now in life is where you're meant to be. As you reflect back on who you were, don't regret the outcome now. If you read this letter and are unhappy of how you're living life, then change it. You have control over what you do, so what's stopping you? To whoever we are today, I am so proud of you/us. We made it. We are here living this beautiful thing called life. All we can do now is enjoy with whatever time we have left. You, Camila Avalar, amaze me every day, and I'm so excited to see who we have become. Remember to live life, because then it's a wasted. I think I just started saying shit. By the way, did I ever tell you that 23 looked good on us? It's that SPF. Period. I love you. You beautiful. You beautiful. I love you. You beautiful. I meant to say your. I love you. You're beautiful. Till next time, Camila Avalar. Woo! Wow. I was not expecting all of that, we're being completely honest, and I was not expecting to cry that much. Yeah, wow. I'm really happy that my teacher did that. I think that's something that like I literally could have like I don't know. It's like it's like physical mail. Like 18-year-old me wrote this. Like, isn't that crazy? Like, I'm 23 and this is like 18-year-old me questions and a message that I like wanted to send myself in private. Like, that's so awesome and cool, and I love that. But anyways, that's it. I'm actually gonna text my also, mind you, the way I like have folded this, like the way it's like this is up and then this, I literally learned at ASB camp when I was in 8th grade. And funny enough, yesterday at my job that we work at now, we were folding like 300 letters, and I literally told the person I was working with, I'm like, this is how you properly fold a letter. Like, don't get it messed up, do it right. And he was like, period. Okay, I gotcha. But yeah, okay, that's that. I gave myself a Polaroid. Oh my God, I haven't looked at it yet. Period. Period. That's 18-year-old me. This 23-year-old me. I'm a fucking mess, bro. I'm a fucking mess. Thank you, 18-year-old Camila. You're pretty cool.